Yo, 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 it's Lil Cookie Capone. Yes, sir. And Cookie's Cabaret. And today we got Marky Mark.
What's up?
A.K.A. QuesyMoto. And
That's
we here
right.
for QuesyMotos Dojo. They love how I put it together. What's up with you, man?
What's up, cuzzo? What's up, cuzzo? I'm good.
Shit, man. How's life treating you? What you been doing?
Work. that's life for me right
My
now.
nigga,
It's
work
just
in church.
Yeah, work in church.
You gonna bless us with some vocals today?
We'll see what the podcast comes. See what it comes along with.
Y'all, I know y'all know Lil QuesyMoto, but he be humming. He be humming. He the type of nigga, you know how black people like to get violent. He the type of nigga you gotta choke after he sing. I'm saying, boy, you out here doing the most. Oh, yeah. When Mama first heard him sing, Mama wanted to put her hands on him, Lord Jesus. That's the first violent happy I ever seen in my life. I was like, oh God, what did he do wrong? He sounded great.
Little grandpa, little pawpaw, man.
What'd he do?
In Lil Zion, first time he heard me sing Don't Do It Without Me. And
I wasn't there.
oh, so I'm sitting here, singing. And all you know is Pawpaw's just creeping up, getting closer to me. Mom ended up stopping the song out of nowhere because she was like, Pawpaw's about to hit you. It was about to come back and smack me in my back.
Okay, so in that moment, did you know you were in danger?
No, not until Mom stopped the song. And I seen how close Pawpaw was like, oh.
I didn't even know, that you would be in danger for singing so good.
Man.
The first time I ever seen somebody want to put somebody's hands on somebody for singing was with you.
Dude.
Y'all had came into fucking Blacksburg for my 16th birthday.
Yeah.
And y'all were guest choir, and that's the first time I heard you sing. And Mom flipped shit.
Yeah.
She flipped shit oh my boy.
It happens I be with my church and praise and worship leader at my church, and
right.
They be like, "Ooh, I almost hit you down, I almost push you off the stage today." You get there, I swear, when the other two praise and worship leaders or my bishop be singing, you be like, "Man, you better watch out."
You better watch out.
That Holy Ghost hand will hit hard.
We're not gonna go there, but I would love to investigate on why black people are so violent when they get happy.
Man,
you could be laughing with your homeboy and they're gonna hit the shit out
they
you.
gonna hit you. I don't know what it is, but
it happens with me too. I get so excited. If I ain't seen you in a year, I'll take off running around the room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run away from you.
Or
so happy
even when I
you.
just happy and I give you a good hug, I'm gonna make sure to pat that back as hard.
Oh
as
no. I think that would be one of our boundaries, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm still a girl. You're strong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get it started. We're gonna blast off like Jimmy Neutron. Apparently that is my thing. Oh, you tick.
It's my Jimmy Neutron.
You the baby tick. I got some rich on watch your neck. Alright, so we're gonna get it popping. Once again, this is QuesyMotos Dojo, kicking it like karate on Cookie's Cabaret.
Dope.
Yay. So we gonna get straight into the thick of it. Nah, that's one of them earworms. I don't even know where I got that. All right, so
really?
I don't. Well, where does it come from?
Into the thick of it's backyardigans, ain't it?
Backyardigans.
Yeah, into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
Yo, you remember we used to jam to the backyardigans, bro.
Backyardigans stuff, yeah.
Yo, Tyrone and Uniqua was black. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, for sure.
You talking about humming.
For sure.
Them little niggas can hum. So, if you could describe yourself in 3 words, it will put you on the spot. If you could describe yourself in 3 words, only 3, what would it be? You can give us 4 if you want to.
In 3 words.
3 words.
4.
Yeah.
At least the things I would say that I want to be known for is what I try to live my life by anyway.
Okay.
Giver.
Okay.
Virgo.
Oh, God.
That's weird, but it's everything about a Virgo is me.
Oh, God, here we go.
Kind.
So you're a giver, you're a Virgo, which I just wanted to exit that part out. Listen, I have you're a giver, you're caring, kind, and you're a Virgo.
Yeah, because Virgo
encompasses
yeah,
what?
encompasses, multiple things. It's, being slightly quiet, being slightly quirky, being a people pleaser, thinking about other people before I think for myself.
Right.
Being an overthinker of everything that I do. Like, it's big thing.
I can tell you're a Virgo because of the way that you just was like slick and sly with just adding all those other qualities into 3 words.
Yeah.
Just like
it's my overthinking. It's like, I'm going to make sure that
right,
in 3 words, I say 100.
So like, okay. I have a thing with Virgos though. Like, when it comes to like relationship type love, y'all are the most complicated motherfuckers to love.
It's true.
So, what would be your like advice? Because I just want to pick your brain. I'm curious. Yeah. How would you get the best version of a Virgo as far as relationship wise? Yeah, like what would I have to do if I was?
What would the other person have to do?
Yeah. Okay. What would the other person have to do?
All right. Show appreciation, because with the Virgo, we're going to try to show you that we love you, whatever, or that we appreciate you. We're going to try to make sure that you see it.
Right. Right.
And if you're taking it for advantage, or you're just like whatever, you don't really pay attention to it.
Right.
It just shows us that what we put in is nothing. And that's a very big thing. So showing appreciation, like make sure, birthdays, go out.
Right.
Christmas, go all out, because I'm going to go out on you. Even though we say, only buy 2 gifts, trust and believe me, I'm going to buy way more than 2 gifts, just because that's who I am.
Right.
So definitely show appreciation. Understand that they are an overthinker.
Okay.
They're going to overthink it. When you say something, they're listening. We're listening. If you tell us you need something, we're probably going to go ahead and, if we got the money, we're going to go ahead and get it. If you say something in the beginning of the year that you want and you haven't gotten it yourself by the time it's your birthday or by the time it's whatever, holiday, whatever, it don't even have to be a day. But we're going to try to get it for you. So, and then even when we talk, when you say something to me, I'm going to dig into what you say 100 times before I get it out my mind.
Okay, reassurance would be a big thing if I can just summarize the first part.
For sure.
So, appreciation would just be like seeing your efforts and stuff and
making sure they acknowledge it.
Reciprocation.
Yes.
That's basically what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, because this is one of my first time having a chat like this with a stable, quote unquote, Virgo. Yeah, we're just gonna say you're stable. So just the key to my life, because I keep attracting Virgos, and it never goes well. I do the reciprocation. I appreciate. I express directly as to like cut down for the overthinking, because I've loved a few Virgos and a lot of overthinking. So how do we, as people who are trying to love you, get past your over analytical thinking to get you to give me your all? Or, is that just a process that's multifaceted?
It takes time. Because what we have to see is that you can handle our process.
Okay.
If I don't see that you can handle my process let's say if I'm in an argument with you.
Right.
I can't, like how I'm talking fast right now, I probably won't be able to talk that fast during the argument because I'm trying my best to say things in the right way. So if you stop me and you be like, oh, you're not talking fast enough, talk faster, or you're talking now above me or making me stop and not actually listening to me, it just shows me that, my process doesn't work for you.
Okay. And I feel like I want to take it a step further here and just, we're not going to do too much soul searching on this one.
Yeah.
But let's say, what would make you comfortable enough to somebody that understands or overstands? I meant that you as a person, as your sign. What would make you more comfortable with not controlling every aspect of it? Because you overthink so much. Well, y'all overthink so much, and you're so over analytical. What would make you comfortable with just expressing raw thoughts if someone understood your process?
That's a hard one because it's kind of like it's the person. Like even if you say like Tom, like first is definitely Tom. It doesn't happen very quickly. Like that's why, right? Me and my family, I can say what I want to say to my family. But if I don't know you, I'm probably not going to say a lot to you. I'm not going to say what I want to really say to you. But my family, I can because I've known them for a long time. But let's say somebody like my best friend, it happened very quickly just because it was just there. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It was just there.
So you feel like a relationship puts extra pressure on just being your genuine self?
Yeah, because I'm gonna try to make sure to kind of change myself a little bit.
Okay.
To make sure that you're good. So yeah, it's like I can't really be genuine, and especially in the beginning.
Yeah,
I can't be 100% genuine because I need to make sure that we're good. I need to make sure that you kind of like who I am. Like,
yeah.
When you get to know everything about me and my craziness and my overthinking and all that craziness, and you probably gonna like back away.
No, I don't feel that at all because when I said I'm an understander, I meant I'm an overstander, which means I've been with several fucking Virgos, and I might even understand you more than you understand you. It's like this one of those. I might understand you, but I feel like I'm not going to use my Spidey powers for evil, but you definitely, you've definitely given me some insight because, as I said, I attract Virgos. Yeah. And it's kind of hard with a Scorpio because I'm more of you have to give me a certain amount of yourself before you can ever get into the depths of me. So all this would be, information to use after time has went on with your mate. But in the beginning, we're still going to be our raw sign. You know what I'm saying? So.
Which is why I probably don't date a lot of Scorpios. Like, it's for me, it's that I love them as friends. I love them as family. Like, I could definitely chill with Scorpio. But dating-wise, it just does not click.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I feel like it might have to do with your moon sign and your rising sign.
True. Because
I attract Virgos. Yeah. And where I wasn't with the most stable people, and I gave, all I had and to perfection, to who I was as a human being, I was off Virgos for a while. Yeah. It was to the point where I questioned, did I even like you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's a Virgo too. Beg his ass, disown his ass. But then it's like, yeah, that's Marky Mark. And he's fucking cool as a fan. Cool. So I would just hope, just manifesting that I would get a stable Virgo, and I feel like that would be the love of my life.
If you get a good, stable Virgo and you have the patience to work with them.
I feel like personally, just as a note for you, if you get a mature Scorpio who's stable, that'll be the most exciting motherfucker in your life.
It possibly could be.
Yeah, no, but the relationship, it's the relationship title that does it crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like when y'all are finally ready to open up, I done gave all my energy and shut down. You're like, bitch, it's been 4 years and you just want to love me?
It really takes that. I don't say I love you very easily.
That shit, bro, it's been 4 years of me doing nothing but actions and reciprocating and understanding. And I know you're going to overthink it. So I make things blunt, direct, clear, reiterate. Oh, that's me going into my Virgo trauma, Lord Jesus. So, just the advice to the young bucks out here. When do you know it's time to quit a job?
To quit a job?
Yeah.
So I'm probably the worst person to ask. Why? Because I've never quit a job without having something else. So.
I mean, that seems like the responsible thing to do. So what would be your thought process behind that?
Why? You mean why I don't quit?
No, that's logical. Don't quit something till you have another. Yeah. So to us who aren't quite as logical sometimes, who are emotionally driven, what is your process in making that responsible as decision?
Jeez,
the world must know.
It's just what was instilled in me. It's not a process. It's. No.
You just said you're a Virgo. Everything is a process.
Like my thing is, I'm not gonna go without. Like I'm a very, like you said, a stable person. I do not want to go without anything. I don't want to go without money. I don't want to ask anybody for something. I don't want to go without paying my bills. Right. I don't want somebody else to pay my bills. I want to do it myself. I want to go out to a store when I want to go to a store. I want to go drive my car when I want to drive my car and fill it up with gas if I want to go ahead and do that.
Right.
I do not want to go without. That's why for me, I just don't up and quit. Or I always am like, even if the job is horrible and I'm dealing with something, cool. Take this next month. Let's deal with it. Within this next month, look for something else. And that way you don't miss, having for yourself.
Okay, so yours is more responsibility driven.
Always, yes.
And I think that was a good insight into sticking it out, because not all your storms are going to bypass within 24 hours. So,
and I'll give people, the thing is, like even the job I have now, rough, especially when I first started, rough.
Right.
Hated it. Would go to the call center and sit in the parking lot and literally say, okay, I'm calling off today because I just can't deal.
Right.
But then after a little bit of prayer, a little bit of just time in there, I got to a team that I actually did like. And now I'm a coach and I'm loving what I do now. It's so much easier to breathe a little bit. Okay. But sometimes you got to just bear with it. Like, really listen to yourself, really listen to it, however you want to say it, God, the atmosphere, the universe, whatever. Listen to it for a little bit. If it's telling you to move, go ahead and do it. But for me, it never tells me just to move.
Right. I think it's more because God knows what's for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, correct. And when you're secure in the Lord and that He's got you, nothing can harm you, and you can't really fail as long as you get a lesson out of it.
Right.
So I think,
like, I'll never fault nobody. Like, people who will just up and quit. Like, and they'll be like, "Oh God, I can't deal with this, anymore."
Right.
Hey, if something is pushing you towards that, go ahead and do it, because if something's making me not sleep at night, I'm letting it go.
Yeah, definitely that. And just for me, a little bipolar awareness here, I get like consumed in emotions and overwhelmed with everything at once. So, when you're speaking, you said no shade to basically people who have quit their job. And just to say my piece, if you're one of those people who are easily overwhelmed and God tells you to leave, I feel like you should definitely follow His direction on that. Yeah. Because you don't want to end up dying about a job that's going to replace you in
literally not even 2 days.
Yeah. Because like everybody needs a job. Come on now.
Right. Like, no, do not kill yourself over a job.
Yeah, no, I'm not about to die over this job. $9.25 an hour.
Right. No.
Yeah, no. So how did you know someone likes you?
What they do for me. Or what they...
At first?
No, okay. At first... Ooh. I just got back in the dating game, so it's like, ugh. Just you show some type of interest, like you're kind of talking to me. Like for me, I always if I'm talking to somebody or kind of seeing where things are gonna go, I'm probably gonna message first. But then after a minute, I'm gonna stop. And I'm going to wait till you message me back. And I'll be like, okay, they actually message me back. They might have an interest, but I'm going to do it a couple times. And if you message me back each time and you keep the conversation going each time, then yeah, you probably like
so
it.
you're like a reciprocation motherfucker. Like, yes. Consistency.
Yes, I like that. Like, you noticed that I didn't message you today. So you went on and messaged me. Right. And kept a good conversation going. Or like, if we're just chilling, let's say, smoking or whatever, chilling together, and I'm always like, okay, can we chill? And then finally, I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to ask until you ask. And then you finally be like, can we chill? Like, okay, cool. Yeah,
mine's a little different though, Marky. Like, I can't tell when a bitch is interested in me unless they're like blunt and direct. Like, you got to tell me, come put it down. Yeah. And for me to even get the hint, because we can be friends. Although I don't need any more friends. Trust me, they're stressful enough. But the thing between starting a possible relationship with a female and someone being genuinely interested in me, it would have to be like the circumstances in which we started. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would rather fuck before we build a relationship that's friendship. If only you knew. If only you knew.
I can't say that's not true with me. Like,
yeah, because once I have that bond with you as a genuine friend and you're a great person, I'm not about to fuck up that friendship to, stick my tongue here, but.
That's fact.
Yeah.
It's like, get that part over and done with, then let me see who you are.
Yeah, we can grow to know each other, but I don't need any more friends with benefits. It went so wrong for me last time. Yeah. So, how do you know when you like someone? And that would be like a longer span than just immediately.
Yeah. For me, how do I know? Simple. I'm just thinking about that person. Like, I'm like, what's that person doing? How's their day been? I want to actually, kind of keep up with you. That's how I'm like, okay.
Okay, so I have some of similar thoughts, but it goes left. Like, listen, QuesyMoto. This is your dojo, and we about to kick some ass. Because listen, how do you know when you're borderlining on obsession? Like when you're bordering on obsession. Like, because, okay, you're going to have those random thoughts about a person, but when do you limit yourself to be like, hey, that's too much?
I mean...
Would you ever consider yourself obsessed?
No.
Okay.
No.
So how do you find that thin line?
It's never occurred to me that there's even a point to where I can get there.
Okay. Why is that?
Because, I'm not going, even though I'm saying, yes, I'm thinking about them, it is not an all-day thing. It is just, popping in my head every so often. And, I'm thinking about that person. I might want to message that person, all that. But there's a level to where it does become insanity. And it's like, no.
Thin line, though.
Yeah, see, that's a thick line for me.
No, it's thin line for me.
No, I'm not an upset. One, I don't really have an obsessive personality. Like, when it comes to even, let's say I'm drinking or smoking or anything like that, I can just stop nilly-willy.
Right.
Like, it does not bother me not to do it in any type of way because I don't like to become obsessed with things.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to my head, basically.
Well, for me, there's definitely a line in the stand. Mm-hmm. But just like you said, yours is thick, mine is not, okay? Because it goes down to everything that's going on in Kyra's head. It's just like
Yeah.
You know how you mess up the Jenga blocks and you just put them in a box and shake them around, you know, the noise. Yeah, that's what goes on in Kyra's head. So my thin line would be, if I'm obsessing and it's an all-day thing, I don't need you. I have to let you go. Because then you become a toxic thing to me. So have you ever had somebody obsessed with you, like genuinely obsessed with you? No names on this podcast, though.
No, definitely no names. I could definitely say yes. Different people, whether no actual relationship, and also with a relationship connected. Right. I can definitely say yeah on that. How did I handle that? Certain people I can step away from. Like, if we're not in a relationship, I'm going to step away from you. I'm very good at the delete button. I'm very good at the block button. I'm very good at the silence this. And I'm just not going to interact with you if I feel that you are getting too much. Like, I can hold my composure very easily. Now, if I'm in a relationship, or if I have been in a relationship, it's a little bit different because we have a little bit different type of connection. Yeah,
so they're allowed to be a little more.
They're allowed to be a little more, but even then, once it still becomes to a level that is making me uneasy.
Okay.
Then I still have to end up backing up. I have to.
Okay, so I have had a few females obsessed with me. And that's basically where I have to draw the line in the sand, relationship or not, and just be like, hey, you're taking it too far, and just reiterate my point. Because when I become your possession, or basically when you can't have a good day without me, then you seriously lack something in self. That's an issue you have to fix. You and God have to fix, actually, because I can't help you with that.
Right. Like, if you allow somebody to be your happiness.
Mm-hmm. The only source of it.
That is putting too much on one person. And that you can say that in a lot of ways. If you rely on somebody to make you happy, if you rely on somebody to make you stable, if you rely on somebody to make you secure, keep going on, keep it on. You're putting way too much on somebody. Like, I'm sorry, I make myself happy.
Yeah, me too.
I don't need.
So there's shit we're not gonna understand in this world.
Like, I don't need. I can get lonely and all that, but I don't need some. Like, if I'm lonely, I'm gonna stay there for a moment. But trust me, I'm about to pick myself back up as soon as the next day comes, and I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna go treat myself. I'm gonna go out. I'm the person who's able to go out and eat by himself in a full restaurant.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. So, in a gay relationship, who pays?
Both. So
how do you figure that out?
So it's important. It's really important. So it can be either or. It really can be either or. Like, it's for me. If I ask you to go out, easily I'm paying.
Okay.
If you ask me to go out, I'm leaning on you possibly paying.
Right.
But I'm also the guy, once again, that's just like, let me go ahead and show, that I care and that I'm thinking about this. Let me go ahead and pay for it this time. Like, so, but it can be either or. Like, it doesn't, to me, especially and I think that should be in any relationship, whether it's man, woman, whatever. Right. It really should be.
Whoever's not broke.
Who's ever not broke and who asked to out, who wanted to go out. That should be who it is. And in a man and a woman relationship, it's usually the man asking her to go out, right? So that's kind of where him paying comes from, is he's the one who asked out.
Well, I mean, as far as paying for me, I'm always paying, unless she stops me to pay. Mm-hmm. But I like to be like, I'm not going on a date if I don't have the money to cover it. Right. Because if you do some flip-flop weird shit, I'm not about to be washing dishes. I don't give a fuck. I hate washing dishes at the house. I'm not washing no public-ass dishes. And they got gingivitis all over the fork. I'm not fucking washing them.
I think I'm bad for that myself, because I'm that person that will, when I go out to eat or go out anywhere, I'm going to get the best of the best.
Right. Like
I'm going out to enjoy myself.
If I want fucking lobster, I'm not about to settle for a double cheeseburger. Right. I'm sorry.
And I'll kind of do this to kind of see where you are. Right. So I'll order what I want to order, like you said, lobster, crab legs, something pretty high on the menu. Like, I'm not looking at the cheap stuff. And then I'm kind of seeing how, especially if I feel like you're supposed to be the one paying because you asked me out. And if you don't mention anything, cool. But you might mention some little sly stuff. Like, oh.
Okay, so
that's $19.
So we're gonna skip. You done made me skip a lot of shit. Oh, Lord. But I need to ask this. How do you feel about tests in relationships? Because you just mentioned a test. So how do you feel like tests in relationships? And
according to the test, you need them.
You need them.
And now I'm not gonna say test your boyfriend with another chick. No.
Okay.
No.
So there's boundaries to these tests.
There's boundaries to the test. Little tests like seeing if they're gonna say something about prices, right? Or even a test on, maybe you staying out a little bit later and seeing what they're gonna say, because either they care or they don't care, or they're thinking about you or they're not thinking about you. Like, yes, those tests are okay, but don't sit here and test me with asking your best friend to freaking try to get with me real quick, because I might fail.
You might fail?
Don't test me like that.
You might fail.
Yeah, I might just fail. It's according to, what the day is on that part. I might be thinking with my one head or the other head. That's why if you can't sexually,
you're still a man.
if it is not sexually, you can test them. If it is sexually, don't test. Don't do it, because the man, I'm sorry, will fail most of the time. Especially if they're horny.
I don't agree with any relationship test.
Wow.
Because now you're playing with my emotions.
I'm getting confirmations. It's not about your emotions. I'm getting confirmation.
The only person that ever played chess with me was a fucking Virgo. Like, that was a test. Well, I don't know if I passed or failed. Bitch, I was just being me.
I'm getting confirmation.
But everything you're testing me about, you can see without activating your inner fucking sociopath.
No.
Yes.
Because you have to have a controlled situation.
No. That's yes. Virgos.
You need a controlled situation.
So
you
this
can't just do it in the wild.
This is why you don't deal with Scorpios. Okay? Let me tell you why you don't deal with Scorpios. Because this is a wild fucking ride, bud, and we're going to go wherever this track leads us, okay? We're not going to build a track over the next 15 years and then ride the train. We're on the fucking train that's out of control. And just trust me when I say it's going to be all right.
I mean,
but
I can do that. However,
no, you can't. No, you can't.
However, I can do that after my tests are done.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Half the test, I don't even know if I passed or failed.
You won't never know. If I keep talking
what
to you.
What the fuck kind of teacher are you not going to give me my grade?
because just like you said, grades. If you pass with a 0, or if you fail with the 0, I'm going to stop talking.
Oh, there's a scale. It's just not pass or fail?
No.
Oh, shit.
If you completely, like, just do the opposite of what I'm thinking about.
So how many tests do I have to fail before you leave me?
It's according. It's really according to how our relationship is, because, like I said, if you give a 0, sometimes I'm just done because you have completely
and that's
failed.
One test.
Now, if you give me a good 60, like a little D, or you might pass with the C, you didn't do everything perfect, but you kind of, you tried, and I can see where you tried.
See, and this is where I'm failing in life, because I'm so cut and dry.
Yeah,
I'm so like. Spiritually, I'm advanced, but as far as this life shit with the ways of the world, I'm dumb because I thought I either passed or failed the test. That's it. But you giving niggas 75s and 60s and shit. Like, what the fuck? The bitch asked me, "Did her hair look good like that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, that's what you want to do?" I'm like, "What you mean? What I want to do? I'm ready to go out and have a fucking drink, and you want to know how your hair looks." I mean, everything is not just cut and dry, so I'm failing it. I'm just failing that relationship.
It's not cut and dry. There's so many in betweens.
Okay, so how do you feel about the expectation of a date? And we're gonna keep it real light here and say a kiss at the end of the date.
That's all I get at the end of the date?
No. How do you feel about the expectations? And we're gonna keep it light. And the example of an expectation would be the kiss at the end of the night, quote unquote.
Oh, okay. So I'm always kind of in. It's multiple answers because it's really according to the person, and it's according to how we started talking.
Okay.
Because if keep in mind, I'm a gay man, so a lot of times when we meet up with somebody or trying to get to know somebody. On our first time meeting, we are probably sleeping with them. That happens a lot.
Oh, y'all fresh.
Yeah, I mean, you got Grindr.
Y'all fresh.
You got the different apps like Grindr and stuff like that. That's what you basically.
I feel like we're in two different worlds here.
Man, yeah, like it's no wasting of time. However, so if that's how we started, then if I try to move, let's see how a relationship possibly could be. Let's see how dates and stuff like that could be. Then yeah. It's okay to expect the kiss at the end of the night.
Yeah, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. It's okay to expect that. Now, if we've never done that, but we are just trying to get to know each other, then no. I would say I'm not going to expect that. I'm going to expect to drop you back off at your house, and we good.
Right.
And we'll see if you message me tomorrow, Yeah. But now, if we have already done the deed, we're probably going to do the deed after the date.
If the deed was good, I want to do the deed all the time.
Exactly. Like, we might have done it before the date.
Yeah, like, if the deed was good, I'm going to want to do the deed anyway.
Very much so.
Because I like public sex. I ain't even gonna lie. Man, it's...
Public, it is very hot.
Yeah, very spicy.
Anything that it's kind of like about to you might get caught.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's a thing.
So we'll keep the bus rolling on this
Alright.
crazy Scorpio track that you
Lord.
have no control over. Lord Jesus. He might have a panic attack by the end of this.
Nah.
Lord Jesus.
We good.
Okay, so if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Mind y'all, he's a Marvel dude. God,
If I had one
It said
superpower,
shit, still waters run deep.
that's a hard one for
I put that specifically for you.
I know this. I know this. That is a hard one because invisibility would be probably on my top.
So you can turn invisible, or you're always invisible.
So I can turn invisible when I want to.
Okay.
And
because one's a superpower and one's a handicap.
yeah, like I just want to be able to turn invisible. That way you don't know if I'm there, and you can say what you want to say, so I really know who you really are.
Why does it matter?
It really does matter to me. So that's my number one. That's
okay.
Real life. If I say real life things,
yeah, you don't have to just pick one. I know you're a Marvel dude.
Now, if it was like where I want to be like a superhero or something like that,
okay,
then I am probably would be like Storm and have lightning and control the weather because I like that, and I want to make it shine on people that I like and make it rain
on people that you hate,
on people that I don't like. It's yes.
Oh God, he's passing out clouds.
Yes, very much so.
My one power. I don't know. I like super strength because I've always been strong for my size. So I feel like if I was to pick one that would be compatible with me, I'd be like that bitch on Encanto picking up donkeys and shit. Like, yeah. Who am I if I can't handle it all?
I feel like people would use you with super strength, though.
Use me?
Yeah.
You know how many fights I got into for other people? They already use me.
True.
I got charges and shit. They already use me. I'm telling you, it relates to my life.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely does. Like, that's why I wouldn't choose that one, because I'm like, I don't want people to use me. Like, I already have people, like, I'm there for my family.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you the truth. If I was a superhero, I'd be Hancock. Okay? Just that asshole superhero that really don't want to do this shit.
No.
Passed out drunk on the bench because it's the fucking weekend.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I don't want to save the world. Unless there's some major time behind that, I don't want to save the world.
Oh my.
I'm already trying to save the world. I want to start charities and stuff, I mean, that's like somebody with the power to grow a garden. Like, what else can you do?
Right. There gotta be something else.
Right. Can you make this tree tall? I don't know. Something else. So who would be your favorite Marvel character? You're going to hate me for the next one, though, but we're going to start with Marvel.
I'm going to hate you for this one because, all right, all-time favorites.
Yeah. I know who mine is.
So, it's, what?
This is causing this man so much stress.
It is. Because I could say Captain America I goes in for Captain America.
Oh, that's so basic.
That's who's my exactly.
That's so basic.
That's who's on my wall and everything. That's where my blanket that I'm laying on right now.
Well, if you have a favorite, you have a favorite.
Yeah, that's the most that, but it would have to end up going to the X-Men style. Her all-time favorite. But it's more so a super villain.
Okay, that works.
But he's really a superhero if you really look at everything.
Fucking Venom?
No.
I mean, I'm not even the same universe, probably.
No, Matt, I don't think so. Venom, I think that's DC.
Okay, I'm not in the same universe.
No.
I told you you're gonna hate the next one.
Oh, jeez. So, I mean, like, I love me some Magneto because Magneto is undercover a very good guy.
What? I'm gonna have to watch the whole series over again.
Magneto is a very good guy. He is everything Magneto is trying to do. It's to justify, to liberate, and to make sure that the mutants are good. He's trying to do it in his way. The humans, the non-mutants, are, trying to say that the mutants are bad and they're doing this and they're doing that. So he's just trying to say, okay, I'm taking my power back into my hands. We're going to run this world because they're trying to push us out. They're trying to kill us and they're trying to take out our mutant abilities. And we're here. So, yeah.
Okay. You heard it here first on QuesyMotos Dojo. His favorite fucking supervillain would be Magneto, because Magneto, his basic principles are all for the right reason. So that leads me to my next statement.
Okay.
If someone has wronged you out of ignorance, say just like they were misguided like Magneto, could you offer them forgiveness?
Yes.
Okay. And how does that start?
It just starts by starting. Like, I can forgive anybody.
Okay.
Because, for me at least, my main thing, I want to show everybody is love. I want people to show me love.
Right.
And I want to show everybody love. And even if you do wrong me, I can still forgive you. I can still love you. I can still kind of forget. But the thing is, I'm just not going to mess with you in that way ever again.
Like, not on the same level.
Yeah, like that's my thing. Like, I'm okay to forgive you. I'm just not. I know what the future holds with me and you.
All right, patterns.
And that it'll just change. It'll just change. I'm going to forgive you no matter what. Whoever you did, whatever wrong that you did, I'm going to forgive you. Just know that I'm not going to fuck with you a lot at all.
Okay. So, back to what we were on. My favorite Marvel superhero, Captain Marvel. We saw the movie together, okay? You put me on to Captain Marvel.
Yes.
But second best, and forgive me if I'm in the wrong universe here.
Okay, oh Lord.
But I like Thunder, Black Lightning's daughter. Or is that some shit they made up?
Black Lightning?
Black Lightning. It's on Netflix.
I think that's DC then.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Black Lightning, Thunder, and it's a whole family of black superheroes. First of all, you might get your black card revoked. You don't know them?
It's DC. Nope, I don't know.
It's DC. So who's your favorite DC character?
None.
None.
Sorry.
Check that off the list.
No.
That went where I thought it was good.
None. I've never been a DC fan.
My nigga said, fuck Free World 313.
I've never liked DC. I've never liked Superman. It just didn't make sense to me. Batman just was not a thing. I'm like, no. Who likes DC? They don't make good movies. Their comics are
What are you talking about? I love Black Lightning. And if that's DC, then they did great.
No?
Okay.
No.
Fuck Free World 313. And I'm still standing here screaming, fuck the free world. You're fucking goofy. Okay. What would be something little that would be the highlight of your day?
Food.
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 Okay. The highlight of my day would be silence. Silence in my head. Silence.
I mean, okay. I can understand that.
No, I know you, so
But
you food was the
is
real
better.
answer. No.
Food is so
God,
much better.
no. I could be starving. As long as my mind shuts the fuck up, I'm fine.
No, because food shuts my mind up. Food overtakes every emotion for me.
No, first of all,
if I'm sad, I want food.
I have cried over a plate before.
Yes.
I was so emotionally torn. No, not because the food was so good, because I was going through so many emotions. I cried over my plate.
I've cried because food has been that good. It's like,
no way.
No, like
no fucking way. You shed a tear because it was so good.
Seriously, like
What the fuck were you eating?
Like Okay, so
I want to know what makes Marky
So I've done because everyone knows I kind of cook.
Right.
So
okay.
if I make something that, let's say, my dad has made, and I finally get it to the T of how it tastes when he made it, I'm gonna shed a tear because I'm just happy that dang man, this hits. Or if I go out to a new restaurant and let's say it's a restaurant that I never would have thought, because once again, I'm not the richest person.
Right.
But things are opening up in my life, thank you God. And I'm going to different places that, I never thought I would be able to afford. And I go there and I'm like, okay, and I can get the best thing on the menu. It's more of a nostalgia thing for me, because I'm just damn, I came a long way.
It makes sense, because my taste buds are good, but never that fucking good. No. I'm trying to tell you. So, story time.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory?
Yeah.
I can't. Okay. There's no way I can choose just one. One of my favorite memories.
Right.
I would have to say it's just First Christian. First Christian is my dad's church in Pittsburgh. And it was a mom inspiration, which is, momming or praise dancing, however you want to put it.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
My dad's, we set up Fifth Sunday Mom something. My dad made it. All these different churches were coming. It got really big. We were on the radio. We got really, really big at the time. And it was just it was at our church. We had just sat down, and then a group behind us came. They did very well. I don't know. It's just a good, just any of my memories, favorite memories are just me feeling good. I could say I have good memories even with you. I remember me and you being on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm on my deck, so we had a 2-level deck, and that my daddy built and right. I would talk to Kai, cook all the time. I would, either practice my singing, or that was when I was just kind of figuring myself out, and she was the first person I told, and we would just talk, and I would just be walking that just deck the whole time, pacing for hours and hours. Hours and hours. I remember finally when because it was 9 o'clock, then it moved to 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it finally became at any time.
Yeah.
At any time, me and Kick burned it up.
All on the phone.
Dude.
And you know what, we can expose it now. We can expose it now, but Indy was on one of them other lines a few times.
I'm sure.
I know she was, because you had the house phones, y'all. And you could pick up another house phone and tap into the conversation. We heard that click a couple times.
Because we had, if I'm not mistaken, it was 3 cordlesses, plus me and Indy had our own phones in our bedroom.
Yeah.
And then, so anybody could have been on that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And when he first started singing, y'all, this is what I'm saying, you can get better at anything, because my man was not the superstar he is now back in the day.
No.
And I was a real nigga about it, and I never discouraged him. I was just yeah, you got it. You got it.
No, wait. She said, yeah, you got it. However, you don't have to hit that note like that.
That sounds more like me.
You don't have to sound like you screaming.
Yeah, that sounds more like me. It's been a long time ago. Forgive my lack of memory, but I tried to do what I said.
It was very good, constructive, and also kind. She sat there and listened to the crazy me trying to hit some runs. Me trying to do this and trying to be Mariah Carey and trying to be
Well, you could definitely say I was with you shooting in the gym.
Yeah, basically.
I was with you shooting in the gym, and I love every step, because as far as my singing goes, you really motivated me to work on perfecting singing. Even though I'm not going to sing in front of people, it's just good to be in harmony when I'm really singing.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about brutal honesty? Brutal honesty. Don't get it twisted.
Everyone needs it. Everyone, to a point.
To a point.
It shouldn't be an every time I see you every single day type of thing.
Okay.
But in a certain area, if we, sit down and be like, hey, yo, I got something to really talk to you about. I accept it. I accept that. I'm good with constructive criticism. Brutally honest does not mean be a bitch. It means be constructive. It's a difference.
No, I feel as if when I explain brutal honesty, I mean brutal. And I feel like what you said was right, though, because occasionally brutal honesty is called for. But there are certain levels to honesty and certain ways to deliver honesty.
Right.
But after, about 5 years of you having the same issue, I might be tired and give you brutal honesty. After I've worded it the same way, after I've been passive aggressive, at some point you got to have a what our moms call come to Jesus meeting.
Come to Jesus.
Come to Jesus, and you got to sit down. You got to come to Jesus. Because I'm tired.
Right.
I'm tired of wasting my breath, and you just doing the same shit. I'm sorry.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I done told you a million ways that maybe you need to leave that nigga, or not even that. I done told you a million times to stop eating pork because you allergic to it. Right. And you call me every time you in anaphylactic shock at the hospital and want me to drop everything I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
And then you refuse to get an EpiPen. So it's an ER visit every time, and you want me to drop everything I'm doing and come sit next to your swole up ass? I'm sorry.
Then okay.
Just come to
now,
Jesus.
in those situations, and like I said, that's why I just can't be every day, because you gotta start at different levels.
Right.
But if it does just become to where like that person's just being stupid.
Right, and then certain things is I can't fuck with you no more type thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So, what is the strangest apology you've ever given or received? The strangest apology.
After relationship, I got apologized for not realizing my worth.
Okay. In today's world, that would be a strange apology.
For me, the reason why I say it's strange is why the heck did it take you till we broke up to truly acknowledge my worth?
Well, pick me out here. You ever had a little kid put the phone in your face too close and you go blind for a second?
Yeah.
Some things you're too close to see.
I mean, yes. However, it's not all the time that you're too close to see. Like, there's times where you have to step back, or you've stepped back. No. And you should be able to see it then.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. You can't tell me in all situations you're at one level with that person.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No.
Because there are some people. Yes, you can. Because there are some people that love you more than they love themselves. There's some people that would die about you, that can't live without you. And in that instance, if you're that type of person, now we have limits, we have limitations, so we will never be able to see it like them. But some people who would die about their lover, or because you actually have people that have killed their lover because they didn't want to be with him anymore, and that's something we could never understand. True. But they were too close to see that. Hey, nigga, I'm acting like Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't want you to leave me. Like, what the fuck? No. So
Okay.
So personally,
I can see that now. I agree.
Okay.
But even at that, I still feel like it shouldn't take you that long to be like.
Yeah, because you're a stable adult.
And I'm learning that people aren't.
Yeah, like I'm probably one of the most unstable people you know.
See, I don't.
But you love me.
I do, but I don't. But at the same time, as much as you say you're not stable, you're stably unstable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand people that are just like out there fully unstable, that don't have any grips on life. Like, it doesn't compute to me. It doesn't make sense.
Well, one thing I've learned in life is don't try to understand, because then you might act like them. If you gain an understanding on why they are like they are, you might become like them, and I never want to do that.
No,
so some things I just stray away from even understanding.
Yeah, like I just can't. Like, for me, it's what I've been been around. My mom and dad were pretty stable. You know.
Yeah.
They the way that we ran things, the way that our house ran, it ran in stability. We didn't.
Right.
We didn't just have crazy things popping off 24/7.
Okay, so do you have any empathy for a narcissist?
To a point.
They're just like the villains of all personalities.
Like, to a point. The reason why I say is they're probably narcissists because of what they've been through, of course. That's kind of
So
where...
you would have empathy.
Just on that part.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, no. No.
Have you ever ran into a narcissist? Not an arsonist, Lord Jesus.
I hope not an arsonist. Really, as far as the people in my circle, I really don't have any people who are I would consider a narcissist.
Right, but have you ever encountered one?
Not really, because I don't encounter people that's really not in my circle.
No, you have encounters every day, but you don't have people in your circle. You invite every encounter into your inner circle.
No. What I'm saying is, like, I don't get to know people. Like, for me to consider you a narcissist, I need to kind of get to know you. And if you're a narcissist, there are going to be multiple things that are going to naturally push me away from you to where I'm not going to get to know you, so I can't really say that you're a narcissist. It's just what you naturally do. If you sit here and talk about yourself too damn much, I'm going to naturally step away from you.
Right.
There's no need for me to even put half my energy into that. So I can't really say that you're a narcissist. It's just you talked about yourself 10 times too much.
Yeah, no, I actually had an encounter with one, a long encounter, and yeah, they're just a no for me. Because I've realized, well, we'll just break it down. Let's just say in Kyra's life, a narcissist can be someone who talks too much. And you know what Kyra feels when somebody talks too much?
What?
I feel as if I don't get to talk at all, so I get mad. Because I like to talk. I would be one of those people that talk too much. So if you talk more than me and I can't talk, fire building up inside, pressure building to the ceiling. Can I say something, nigga? Damn. Why do you think Cookie has a podcast now? I have a lot of things. I like to talk. I have a lot of things to say, my man. Okay.
Feel that?
So how do you feel about therapy?
Love it.
Love it?
I think it's a necessity. I think everybody... I think it should be government paid, because with everything that goes on, and I'm not just talking about, COVID and all that stuff.
Right.
Just with everything that life has, you need to talk to somebody about it.
Right.
Not medicine's not for everybody, of course, but just getting it out there and not keeping everything bottled in.
Right.
But at the same time, once again, I feel like the reason why people are so scared of therapy is because of the church.
Okay.
Because the church has taught a lot of people, if you let it out, then you're going to be shamed, or you're going to be damned, or, it's a negative thing. That's the devil. No. It's what has happened in my life that has brought me to where I am. So I just need to sometimes talk to somebody, and not even that I get a response from them. A lot of times when you go to a therapist, they're not going to really tell you what the issue is.
Right.
They're going to just keep turning you in circles until you realize, okay, this is what it is. I'm telling myself this is what it is. Well,
I'm glad you touched on the church point, because just from my previous experience, the older generation was raised different. Facts. And there was a lot of sweeping under the rug. Facts. As far as black families and mental health issues. So I feel like they didn't mean any harm when they told us God can fix everything. But just like our next point would be signs from God. Okay, so if you're diabetic and there's insulin that can help you, but you're so rooted in the God can heal that you refuse to take the insulin, did you not miss the sign from God?
Right, because I feel like God put things here to help you out.
Exactly.
Like, yes, praying through things will help out. Yeah. But the thing about prayer is also, after prayer, you need action.
Right.
If you just sit here and pray, I can pray all day long. But unless you have action behind it, God's not going to answer that prayer. He's not going to.
Well, I feel like more.
Look at it.
I feel like more of a direction would be like, okay, so God ordained everything, and He planted seeds in the mind to create things that'll help you for things. So in the old day, when you had nothing but God to pray to, that would be okay. But in the new day, you have asthma. They prescribe you a pump. But during an asthma attack, you pray instead of taking your pump. Would that not be missing a sign from God?
Yes, very much so.
Okay,
very much so. Because you have your mind that He gave you to make the right choices.
Yeah.
Like to make this, and honestly, simple choices. Listen to the doctor. Doctors are real. Science is real.
Medicine is real.
Medicine is real. Like, that don't mean that you're not a Christian because you believe that all that's real. No.
Okay, so do you think it's easy or hard to know the signs from God, to recognize the signs from God?
According to what it is, a lot of them are very easy.
Okay.
If you are listening, if you are not running crazy, a lot of them are easy. Because you got that still small voice. Because, okay, signs from God, and when you can break it down to, like I said, small things.
Okay.
Right? You're cooking something, you're making it, and something just tells you, okay, you know what? Put just a little bit of extra seasoning on that.
Right, okay.
Right? That's a sign from God for your taste buds. Those little things like that to me are easy.
Well, I mean, and if we're talking about food, if your potato salad bin is still full at the end of every cookout,
that's a sign.
That's a sign.
That's a sign.
That maybe you need to add a little more.
If ain't nobody eating your potato salad, that's a sign that you don't need to make no potato salad.
Right. Or everybody talking about, they walk up to it and be like, ooh, raisins?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why.
Maybe that's not supposed to be in there, honey.
That's why when I cook, I try to make sure to look at people's plates. Did y'all eat everything, or did y'all not? Did y'all skip one little piece?
Boy, you made some what? You made General Tso's chicken or something?
General Tso's chicken.
Yeah, he made General Tso's chicken for a motherfucking Mother's Day cookout. Lord Jesus.
Keep in mind, this is about at least 7 years ago.
Oh, and I'm still raving about it.
And I've only made it that one time for the family. Now, I've made it multiple times for myself, but one time for the family, one time. And they were still talking about
yes, because we need some more, and he refuses to make it for some fucking reason.
No, because we just don't have we don't have an event that calls for something like that. Normally, if we have a family event right now, it's okay. Let's do some mac and cheese. Let's do some crab dip or something like that.
Okay,
don't
listen.
really take the.
I'm gonna
Chinese.
tell my family something through this podcast that I think needs to be known.
I'm
tired of the same old shit. I'm tired of the same old shit for Thanksgiving and shit. Listen, y'all. We had a crab broil for Christmas one year. If we can do that for Christmas, they can do something else besides the same old mac and cheese, green beans, chicken. Like, damn, I want an ostrich or something. I mean, y'all know that's extreme.
So, I'm a 100% believer in that. I don't like if I'm gonna cook a meal for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, it's not gonna be traditional.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like, no, that's why I like my seafood.
I don't eat half the shit.
Like, I like different things. Like, yes, I love me some good old ham.
Listen, Mark. But think about it. If you're putting stuff into like seasonal foods, for Christmas, I would like to have a pot roast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Something warm with it.
I would like chicken and dumplings.
Nah, I don't fuck with them. Oh, you said you like them? I thought you said you didn't like them.
I love chicken and dumplings.
Oh, God. They used to say Mom made the best.
Especially your mama and Tina, which I think they had the same recipe. Your mama and Tina had some of the best chicken and dumplings in this world.
Bro, Mark.
Then Miss Velma.
I'm about to bring up a memory for you.
Ooh, good.
I'm about to bring up a memory for you. Do you remember when y'all spent the summer with us And
bread?
No.
Oh.
Remember we had rice pudding for like a week?
Man, rice pudding is so good.
I can't eat it now.
Man. Oh, my.
Bro, we was po broke and hungry.
Poochie's rice pudding was so good.
No, I can't eat a fucking rice pudding now, bro.
I could still eat
the
that
struggle
all
fucked
day.
me up.
I could still eat that all day long.
Yeah, man. And there was one time we ate all the bread because
Yep.
a whole fucking loaf. Mom came, I stuffed it in my cheeks. She said, "What you got in your mouth?" Nothing.
Like, she liked to eat so late. Like,
yeah, I know.
Pooch, like, we would eat when it was dark outside in the summer.
I
so,
still do.
it's like 9 o'clock.
I still do.
No.
Yeah, that's dinner.
No.
5 and 6, I'm gonna be hungry by fucking...
Man,
I'm gonna be hungry by 12.
that's why you gotta eat more. Like,
Man,
you
listen.
make enough for you to
Listen,
go back.
man. That's why I wake up and eat powdered donuts in the middle of the night. Shit.
Look, no. I have to have dinner certain times. I hate late dinners. It bothers me.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about spoiling yourself or your partner?
Do it.
Do it?
Yourself over everybody for one.
Okay.
Like, spoil yourself. Take yours. Have a date day with yourself. And I mean, literally do the whole 9.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest wrapping your arm around a pole and feeding yourself. Like, no fucking with you. That might be taking us a little crazy.
Go to a special restaurant that, you know, like try a new restaurant out. Or your favorite restaurant. Go sit down. Put a movie on your phone or put some TikTok, whatever you want to do, go do that. Then come home, watch a good movie. Then go take a good bubble bath. Then go, you know, enjoy your little night. Make sure that, you know, bust whatever you need to bust real quick.
Right.
To yourself.
Mandatory.
Yes,
Thank you.
You have to love yourself.
Mandatory.
Now, as far as for your person, yes. Every so often you have to spoil that person. That is just showing
I feel
appreciation for them.
I feel like spoiling could be different because we're not always materialistic. So, like, me, through words, you can just, you know, like, write a poem or poetry. Yeah. Just, you know, make them feel appreciated, a little reassurance, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, that would be like...
Like, I'm a massage therapist. So,
right.
One thing that I would
definitely... A damn good one.
Thank you. So, one thing I'll definitely do, right, is...
Okay.
If I'm looking into trying to have a day for them... and I don't have a lot of money, that's one thing I'm going to definitely do is give you a good, long massage. Possibly if you get happy, and then it's just a thing.
So, like, would you put a time limit on being in that relationship before you spoil them, or do you start off with gifts?
I start off with small little gifts. Because I want if we are going to build a relationship, gifts, whether they are monetary and or not,
okay.
They do not have to be monetary. Gifts or anything. I need that to be in whatever relationship that we have.
So you want to establish that in the beginning?
Yes. There's a whole statement. The law of first mention or something like that, where if the first time that happens, it sets a precedent for anything after that, any time after that.
Okay.
I am setting my precedent in the beginning. Gifts are needed. Monetary, non-monetary, gifts are needed. Show me my appreciation because I'm going to show you your appreciation. Point blank.
So you're basically setting a tone for your relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
And shit, I'm worth it. I'm showing you very early on. Yeah. I feel that I'm worth it. So
I feel like
show me I'm worth it.
As far as my self-worth goes, I think your nigga might be single because I finally found out who the fuck I am. God says be humble, but I'm not allowing everybody access to me at this point.
Facts.
So that's kind of like people would say ego-driven, and I try to stay away from ego.
No, it's just, to me, it's just the point that you're at right now.
Yeah.
Is working on yourself, being happy with yourself.
Yeah, very much
above everything. Because when a relationship don't help a lot of things.
No, it actually, for me, it distracts focus from...
If you are not stable...
And we have made this very clear in this podcast that Cookie Capone is not stable.
Well, I mean,
and we're talking to my yin, the yin to my yang right here. Like, this nigga has balanced me out from the sandbox.
Like that. Like, really.
Yeah, like, and where he lacked, I picked up. Where I lacked, he picked up.
Right.
And it's always been, that's my nigga.
Always.
You know, I had one person tell me that I should not use the N-word because it was a derogatory term, and there's no way that it could ever become a term of endearment because it was such an ignorant phrase.
So I think that's bull. I think that's giving words too much power.
Thank you.
I think, well, one, and okay, so I'm also the type of person that I don't care what you say. Like, it.
Right.
As long as you are not meaning it in a negative way.
Right.
Then I'm okay. Like, I've heard, let's say, white people around me and they'll use it. It doesn't really bother me. Like, and I know everybody's like, oh, they shouldn't. It's a word that I'm not giving any power to myself. I'm not giving a word power in any way, form, or fashion. Whoever wants to use it, y'all can.
Well, I think
now if you'd be like nigger or negro or whatever, then I'm gonna beat your ass.
Well, I mean, as far as me, I always warn my white friends who have
mouth.
They have a liking for that word. I always warn them, when we get around a group of black people and you say that shit, I'm not responsible or defending you.
Facts, because I'm not everybody.
I'm not everybody, and I'm not fighting a whole group of angry black people.
Over you.
They say there's no wrath like a woman scorned. Try a group of black people that have a president for jumping people.
Right.
I'm not going to be in it. You're just going to get fucked up.
Exactly. No.
I'll call the police for you.
That's about it.
I'll call the police for you. I get a nigga off for you, but that's about it. Because I already told you. But we got to set that precedent as you being my white friend. Right. I'm not gonna offend you.
Right.
Okay. So how do you feel about talking to yourself?
Do it all the time.
Do it all the time.
Do it all the time. I'm the best person to talk to. I get most of the time. I'd rather talk to myself than. Especially about problems, I'd rather talk to myself than anybody. Especially first, I'm always gonna talk to myself. Like I'm never rushing to the phone for anything. I'm always about letting me deal with myself, and then once I dealt with it a little bit, then I'm gonna be on the phone like, "Yo, best friend, let me tell you what this moment is." Right. But you have to talk to yourself. Yourself is the best person. It's your closest person. It's your closest friend. It's your smartest friend. It's everything, your person.
Yeah, I'd always, lean towards the phrase, if you're crazy, if you talk to yourself, until one day I answered my own question by talking it out with myself, and then I realized it's kind of therapeutic.
That's all, once again, going back to therapy, that's really all therapy is the therapist is getting the answers from you, out of you, to where you can actually answer yourself. But the way I feel, though, is when you talk to yourself, it's basically you're talking to God. Amen.
Hallelujah. I felt that. I felt that. Because how can I answer a question that I don't know the answer to myself?
Right.
Right, because I've given myself answers, but if you want to place it in the right place, because a lot of the deeds in the world or the things in the world aren't placed. The glory isn't placed in the right spot.
Right.
You think Jay-Z and Beyonce, they place glory on themselves, but if you direct the focus, none of that would have happened without God for one reason or another.
Right. So,
talking to yourself, definitely a healthy form of therapy, but it all roots in religion if you give the glory to the right space, because you would be talking to God. And so... you ever grabbed your own arm and like, damn, that was my mom saying or something?
Wait, what?
Like, you place your hand on your head in the middle of a praise session, and you're just like, oh, this grandma's hands.
No.
Unbalanced
I
Cookie.
Honestly forget.
Unbalanced
what
Cookie.
Their hands feel like.
I have to get you never touched yourself and it felt foreign, like it was meant to be of God. Like it was a comforting pat on the head that your mom used to give you?
No. See, I get different feelings. Like, it's not me touching myself. It's just like, I feel like a chill. Like I feel like a wind, even though my windows are closed, my fan's off. I feel like a wind.
Well, sometimes when I'm at peace, this is where I get it from. When I'm at peace, I'll start to twirl my thumbs together like Granny used to.
Oh, see.
Yeah, so it's like everybody experiences the spirit differently.
Yep.
So, how do you feel about being able to laugh at yourself?
That's needed.
Yeah.
Blank. Like, dude, life is crazy. If you cannot laugh at yourself, you're going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Like even in the worst situations, laughter, it's good for you. Like I can laugh about everything. Like, dude, one of the biggest things I always had an issue with is my lazy eye. Everybody knows that, right?
Yeah.
In school, that's what everybody talked about.
No,
lazy eye.
Put the blame on the people too. We did it too. Your
cousins.
cousins.
Family. Oh,
We're the worst.
Lazy eye.
We're the worst.
I make jokes out at Dish. I forget what the conversation was about, but me and Stacy were talking. And we were making jokes about each other, and Stacy, my cousin Stacy, said something about my lazy eye, and like everybody looked at her like, "What? Like, no, you went too far. And so I was like, no, and I came back and joked on myself. I made a joke about myself that everybody was like, they finally calmed down. I was like, listen, I can laugh at myself. Like, no, I overcome that.
Just us as a family, laughter is such a root thing for us. Like with your lazy eye, we'll joke about that. Like how the hell did all our family know that we were both gay before we knew we were gay?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's just certain things you have to take to the chin because we were raised to have tough skin. Yeah. When mama went off, and sometimes you was a random motherfucker on the street if you pissed her off bad enough. So I feel like having tough skin and being able to laugh, because I'm gonna tell you my bad joke. So one of my peoples tried to kill themselves, and they told me how they did it. And you know what I told her?
What?
She didn't apply herself, and we both laughed.
It's a thing. Dark humor.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. I know I shouldn't have said that.
It's a thing, and to me, it just helps out any situation. Like, and to make any negative situation positive, however you do it.
Yeah.
And that to me is what laughter will do. It'll make that negative situation positive.
Yeah, you definitely have to have tough skin fuck on us.
Yeah, because trust me, we gonna joke. My cousin Taj is gonna joke.
God.
My brother TK, he gonna joke.
Oh God, if he's not talking about sports.
Pawpaw back in the day was gonna joke. My grandfather, man.
I'm with the jokey jokes. Look, I used to love watching Buzz Sling Blade.
Yeah, my grandfather was a pastor,
and my grandma was the cussing first lady.
And let me tell you, he would be the first one to go in on you if you did something stupid.
Yo, my fucking mom had just died, and we're in the waiting room where they keep the family so we don't go crazy. Yeah. And Auntie looks at me and says, "You getting fat?" And my mom is on her deathbed.
Because it takes your mind off. Like,
I was just like, what the fuck, Auntie?
Yeah. Yes.
She's like, girl, you get fat.
You have
I just saw my mom laid out on the table. What you talking about my weight?
Dude, when my dad died, my mom, we were cleaning out his office. And like the whole time we were just sitting here, just, there's partial times with tears. But then we would just remember stupid. Like, my dad was a trick of all trades. He was a nigger rigger. Like, when I say everything in his office was rigged, okay? And I don't know how and everything was stable, but it was rigged.
You know what? You just brought up a question in my mind.
What?
When they left your daddy alone at home, did he booby trap the house?
Possibly. Listen.
Yo.
There's a big possibility of that.
There's no way he's so good with his hands without a day of school.
Dude.
Y'all thought Macaulay Culkin was something.
I don't understand it. Trust me, everything that the Home Alone kid came up with.
Yeah, he could do.
my dad could have did, and trust me, would have been 10 times better.
10 times better.
Okay.
Listen. Okay, so how do you feel about having a kid or adopting?
For me personally, I don't want kids. It is not in my future.
Okay.
I do feel, that people that have kids have them. People that want to adopt, you're honestly great.
Right.
Adopt, but treat the kids right. For me, to have a kid, I'm giving too much energy.
And giving away your freedom.
Freedom, energy, everything to something. I don't want to do that. Like, I like to be able to go where I want to go, when I want to go. Definitely. I don't like to have to think it like... even looking into dogs, like pets, I don't want to have to think of me going on vacation and figuring out where my dog's going to go while I'm on vacation.
Yeah, very much so.
I will do it. I have done it in my relationship, or in the last relationship I was in. Right, we had 2, and that was always a big issue right before vacation because I never thought about. I did think about the dogs, but I always was like, let me plan the vacation. We will think about them last. If they don't find the place, they would just stay home.
You damn sure can't do that with a kid.
You can't do that with a kid.
Yeah.
And that's too much. Like, I gotta think about
it's a big responsibility.
They gotta go to school. I gotta have this. I gotta plan this. I gotta plan birthdays. I gotta plan.
Yeah.
No. And then I gotta wipe your butt at the same time when you
listen.
It is not. No. Wait a second. You are not gonna throw up on me. Have me wipe your butt. Have me wake up for you to go to school.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't like kids. I'm a great. Trust me. I'm a great uncle.
Yeah, you are.
I love being an uncle, little cousin, a big cousin. I love that. But I get to give all them back.
Yeah, that's my thing. But, I mean, to tell you the truth, I would, get my egg, put it in my bitch, get it fertilized, have a baby. Yeah. Because I want a little me. And, the little me's going to be named after you.
Oh, Lord.
It's Tamon Kyrie.
Tamon Kyrie, yep. You've said it.
Yes, several times.
Never changed.
No, never changed. That's my name. Yeah. Mark's not going to have a kid. Okay? No. So if Mark don't have a kid, his namesake must live on. No. That's just me being selfish and twisting shit because I just like it and I want it.
Like I just can't, like, even to the fact of, if my partner wants kids, if that is a deal breaker for my partner, like to where we have to end the relationship, I'm okay to end the relationship off of that.
Yeah, my kid.
That's how much I don't want kids.
My kid is more of a luxury when I'm where I need to be. Yeah. And when I've stopped sowing my wild oats. Yeah. But if it's if my girl can't have kids, then that's not a deal breaker for me. Like, I just won't have any, because when you are a free range motherfucking chicken and you just out here doing what you want to do, I mean, I leave the house 3, 4, 5 days, even 2 months on end. Like, I like to get up and go, and I love my freedom. And I'm sorry to all the parents out here. I know y'all love y'all kids, but I like to be free. I'm sorry. Yes. Like, just like you said with the dogs. Like, I can't... Like, and I'm forgetful. Like, I'm not going to leave my baby at the supermarket. Like, because I might leave my baby at the supermarket.
I've left a kid in a cart sitting, like, was it Leah? We were in Walmart. I had the cart with Leah, and I just, I had a thought come up. I'm like, okay, let me go find this. I see Stacy, and Stacy's like, where is my daughter at? I'm like, oh crap, I did have a kid.
Look, like, it sounds bad, but it's literally the truth. I didn't wake up 16 and pregnant, okay? No. I didn't get grown and get a man and start a family.
It's not a responsibility.
Like, Kyra's family has been me, nigga.
It's not a responsibility that I took. Like, I'm better now. I haven't done it in a long time.
It's very important.
I keep up with my nephews and my nieces, even though I'll be like, listen, y'all do y'all.
Definitely that. Like,
y'all just don't bother me.
And like, listen, I hate to say this, but as far as my little cousins go, I'm such a snitch. Like, you do something bad, I'm telling your mom. No. I'm about to tell your mom. Like, Andy, come get your baby.
See, I'm opposite.
I'm such a snitch. Nah. Like, if it's something they told me in confidence, but if they're not listening to me and they're being disobedient, I'm snitching to their mama.
See, I'm opposite of that. Because even in those times, I want to be the person that... Because to me, trust is everything. And even if y'all are doing stuff that y'all ain't supposed to be doing, or y'all not listening, y'all literally being bad, whatever, I'm not going to take it to... I'm going to be like, listen, y'all need to listen to me. I'm going to talk to them because I want them to always know.
After the 7th time I done told y'all to get the fuck off the bed, I come back in here, you not listening to me, I'm calling your mama, and she whoops ass.
I want them at all times, no matter what the situation is, to know you can talk to me and I won't ever go back to your parents unless you tell me.
See,
to.
no, I feel that.
That's with any situation.
But I play the same role you do.
Yeah.
I'm a confidant.
Yeah.
And anything you tell me in confidence that's not as important enough to tell you, I won't. But when you start to see me as your friend and not your authority figure, and the disrespect proceeds after, fuck you. I'm calling your mama.
No, I still always think in the back of my head.
I hit the brill quick. Brill!
Look.
Brill, stay there!
No,
stay there!
That's why.
Because they whoops ass.
Yeah,
I don't.
And which is why I don't ever want to tell them, because I don't want them to get in trouble. I want them to know I'm going to try to save you from trouble.
I want my little cousins to know when they got Kyra fucked up.
See, the thing is, now that's when I'll personally step in. If it gets to that level, I don't need my sister to yell at y'all, to beat you, to do anything. If it gets to that level, y'all are dealing with me, and y'all don't want to deal with me because I'm the nicest person ever. I don't whoop ass, but
I'll talk you till you're blue in the face, but I don't whoop ass. And sometimes they need an ass whooping.
See, I don't think so.
No, not my kids, because I'm not going to be able to whoop ass. But they've already been whooping their ass for 7 years now.
But I still don't feel...
Federalized for the child, I'm calling your mommy.
See, I still don't feel that is ever needed in any situation, because you are teaching kids when you whoop your kids, when you beat your kids, you are teaching them that fighting is the way to get what you want.
And it's just how you were raised.
Yeah.
Because
and I was raised with whoopings.
Mine's different. Because all them fights I got into was protecting myself, and it kept me from a lot of bullying. Okay. So I feel like if it's teaching you how to fight, then that's something you need to defend yourself and protect yourself. But when I got older, I called my mama Joe Jackson one time, and she got mad. She got a little mad at me. She did, man. So what is your approach to disrespectful people?
Yeah. Either I'm gonna leave you alone. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna leave you alone, because I'm not gonna try to have an altercation with you in any type of way.
Okay.
I'm that person that when it says turn your cheek, I'm gonna try to do so. I've had people get into my face. I've had, stuff like that happen, and I'm just like, listen, you ain't worth it.
Yeah, and this is why you're the yin to my yang. Because you're passive, I'm aggressive.
Very, very passive.
Turn the other cheek, man. I'm going to hit you and turn your other cheek.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You.
Listen, I have grown, and, Mark has helped me grow. But I have grown to the point where I can take a lot more shit. But when it comes to the point of defending myself, I will never not defend myself, because in this world it comes to, I'm just going to beat you up anyway. And you're not just going to beat me up anyway, because I'm going to fight your ass. And then as far as disrespect goes, in a lighter manner, I can kill you softly with my words. So any disrespect, I'm going to check it. But it doesn't lead to a physical altercation anymore. Now, Kyra at 18, they were all physical altercations.
Yeah. See, and I feel like even now, for me, I'm not even going to try to kill you with my words. I'm going to kill you with my actions. And what my actions are is just being me and growing. And I feel like when it comes, let's put it into the Bible. It said, God has prepared a table. Basically, that's your enemies will be your footstool. They will, he prepared a table that they will watch you eat, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really good at quoting the Bible.
Right,
but
me neither.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. I feel like in that instance, I'm going to shine and make sure that you see me shine. I ain't gotta say 2 words to you, but somehow, some way, I'm gonna make sure that you see me shine.
And you know what?
Hurt you that way.
You know what? It's like a sign that this is meant to be. Because guess what? Our next topic is: how do you feel about dimming your light to make other people more comfortable?
No.
No.
That's no. I've told, okay, and I've probably said this to a couple people: be yourself no matter what.
Okay.
You know, like even in the situation, like once again, I'm gay, so you know, I know a lot of, let's say, drag queens or men who wear nails.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of insecurities, especially when they start. I've always been that person. Even if I don't understand it, I'm not supposed to understand it.
Right.
But you need to be yourself. If you want to wear nails, do it. If you gonna wear them, don't give me the you don't like these. No, be confident in everything that you do. If you want to do drag, do it. If you want to paint your face and be beat and all that, do it.
I want to add I want to like go deeper into that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the basics are don't dim your light to make other people comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely worth, if you are in love or in a relationship of any sort, friendship, sisterhood, it's worth setting boundaries and avoiding triggers out of courtesy for that person.
Yeah.
So if my yelling triggers anxiety to you for PTSD from your past, then when you tell me I've hit a trigger out of respect for your boundaries and the love for you as a person, it's not necessarily dimming my light. Correct. To lower my voice. So I think people use, I'm not going to dim my light for anybody else to be more comfortable. I think they use it as an excuse to tap dance all over your boundaries.
Boom. I think that's the difference right there. Like, yeah, if somebody has their boundaries, learn their boundaries. But you can't, even when somebody does have their boundaries, know how to deal with that person with it.
Yeah.
For sure. But also you might have to think about, is that person somebody that I can even be around because of that? Because like...
Yeah, but people take this statement and they go to loved ones and start tap dancing all over their boundaries. True. Because they use it as an excuse to be an asshole or be rude.
No, you can't.
So a lot of these things that we believe to be, I call them ways of the worlds, but some of these truths we believe to be truths, or memes you see on Facebook giving you advice. A lot of these things are weaponized because you ever had somebody gaslighting you?
Yeah.
So they'll use these memes on Facebook from what people want to hear, and they'll gaslight the hell out of you, then have you fall for them, and this isn't anything genuine that they feel, and this one statement summarizes how people can use something good or something positive and manipulate it into being a tool. So that's what I say when y'all have heard this several times on Cookie's Cabaret, that I don't use my Spidey powers for evil.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of talking in circles and manipulating that I could do. Just me being a person that I did unintentionally as a child. You know, talking people into getting your way.
Yeah.
That I don't do anymore. Because I realized that my truth is strong enough to get what I want. And if it wasn't meant for me to get, I don't have to... It wasn't meant for me if I have to con it out of you.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just the way I feel, because me and you both know, as Christians, if we want to put it in a box, that we got to relearn a lot of things in this world.
Yes.
Once you get spiritually advanced, like the true definition of love, the true definition of loyalty, getting your lick back. See, if God's getting your lick back, why do you need to ever get your lick back? Letting your teeth cage your tongue so that all of him and none of you is heard. Why should I be vengeful or spiteful in my words out of anger, when we know now that we fought for emotions back in the day, but emotions aren't valid when it comes to clear thinking or directing your life at all.
Right.
So as long as not only you have control of your life, but as long as your emotions drive the car of your life, you will end in destruction. It's happened several times to me. So, you got to know who's head of your life. And anybody that's not for you is not going to be for you. Mm-hmm. So, dimming your light to make a stranger comfortable, it's a no-go. But
yeah,
I grew up with you from the sandbox, and if you stayed a boundary or a trigger, then I would have to be sensitive enough to respect that as a person.
Yeah, and that I can definitely understand, because, like, let's say with my dad was a pastor, so anybody who came over to, anybody who came to my house or I put in front of my dad, I'm going to make sure that in front, like, don't cuss on my dad. Don't do it. And it's just a respect person. It's his boundary, so we're going to obey that. However, I would also, if that didn't work for you, I'm not going to force you to be around them.
Right.
We can meet at other different places.
But your love for someone, and this is not just relationship-wise, but your love for the people in your life that you can actually appreciate and see for who they are, it causes you to stretch a lot of boundaries and causes you to challenge a lot of things that we were taught growing up, because thou shalt not kill, but we were taught to kill about ours. Mm-hmm. So if you really put it where it belongs and you get discernment on the situation, if you're going off, I should not go off with you, but try to calm you down as to avoid potential risk factors of a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
But let's see, we at 1:35. It has been wonderful talking with QuesyMoto and his dojo. Yes. I finally got Marky Mark and the Get Fresh crew. You know who the Get Fresh crew is? The people in my fucking head. We ready to town on y'all asses tonight.
Okay.
This is QuesyMotos Dojo, and this is Cookies Cabaret with your girl, Lil Cookie Capone. Once again, it's so, nigga. Yes, we will be back next week with another special guest. Have I figured out who the fuck that is yet? No, sir.
Not.
Yeah, nah. I can find me a guest, nigga. What you thought? Probably not. We'll be back again. This is the weekend freeland. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Lil Cookie Capone, Marky Mark, QuesyMotos Dojo, and we'll follow up with y'all next week, baby.